The coaching staff from these two sides will probably both be scribbling failure all over the end-of-year tour schedule from this season. But today, things could come right for one of these teams as they head into the 16th match of the Northern Hemisphere end-of-year tour. Hello everyone and welcome along to Cornflakes Crib, your home of Rugby Challenge 2 and the end-of-year tour, where we are into stop number 16. And the Scots are at home at Murrayfield to face up against the Australians. And Scotland, well, they'll be not thinking too good of things about the tour so far, with 2 matches in the series and of course a close win. They have had a win, but a very close one against Japan, which they would probably be a touch disappointed in that result, only winning by 6 points, 27-21. The second match of the series, they got hammered, well and truly thumped by the South African Springboks, which will be an even bigger disappointment for them completely. But they could turn things around today and completely destroy all of their previous disappointments with a win over Australia. A few changes to their team, mainly in the forwards today, but they'll be looking to replicate that win from earlier on, where they beat the Australians at home in the pouring rain. The Wallabies, they won't be wanting that to happen because things couldn't get much worse for them on this tour. They've had 2 losses, going down 15-12 to England and 17-5 to Ireland. In between that, they got a 31-0 win over the Italians, but 2 losses from 3 games, that's just not very Australia-like, and they really need to pull their head into things here if they're going to recover this tour, which may have just already passed on them. The centre pairing for today is very interesting, with Mike Harris combining with Christian Lealiifano, which that just gives you oozing ability of kicking talent. Also, the form and the performance of left winger Fiawi Sortia will be very interesting on the left wing. So it will be Scotland to kick today's match off in front of their home fans through Duncan Weir, a name familiar with watchers of recent series. Here we go, he's kicked off, we're underway. Scotland playing in their home kit of the blue. Oh, it's a big hit coming in on the Australians very early on. The Scottish defence attacking hard as here's low with a chance of the intercept. So we don't even get through what the uniform colours are and we are already underway firing. But it is Scotland in the blue and Australia in the gold as they get a turnover. Quade Cooper offloading. It is all going very quickly here for both sides. Into midfield is a maul and it's going to Mike Harris, who puts it down and away they go to the fullback Folau, who kicks it into touch for the first stoppage of the match. And while Scotland, through the prop, Lowe was just about away there. Slightly faster player, could have been a big chance, but here we go, here's Ford. The line out going to the front for Gilchrist, who puts it down nicely. Brown in midfield to Weir. Cuts it wide for Duncan to Luca. Lamont is a big hit from Lamont. Up against Tamani. Thumps him backwards, but just gets taken out by the cover defence. Here's Gilchrist. Taylor to Luca. Numbers here on the right. Weir. Good pass for Seymour, but he's been taken care of. Oh, he's thrown the pass inside. Hamilton to Lowe. Back for Seymour again. This time Seymour's got plenty of room, but he's also got plenty of defence on him. And Scotland hurrying into the ruck, trying to keep possession. But Australia, too many players in support there. And it's turnover ball. Here comes Slipper. Release. Trying to dig through a few tackles, but Scotland have the better of the territory at the moment. As Cooper wiggles his way through a couple. Make it 3 tackles before giving it off to Kepu. And outside their own 22, here's Guinea, back to Hooper. And they cut left and right. There is Tamani again. Lamont backs the tackle one more, but gives it away nicely to Lealiifano. Playing on the outside centre, throws a brilliant dummy. And he will scream away. Christian Lealiifano scores the first try for Australia. Waters with that one-handed dummy from Lealiifano. Spectacular play, and that was something special. Watch this. Oh, there it is. Oh, the little show and tell, the flick and giggle, and he was gone. That was something. Oh, that was outstanding. Oh, that is just the best play you will see today. Let's all go home because that was just match defining right there. He scores the try and now he will set it up for the conversion. That was just sublime skill from Christian Lealiafano, who nails the kick. Playing it outside centre today. As always, as they played in the actual match too, don't forget that. This is full lineups from how they actually played, and it is Australia leading 7-0 over Scotland. And Weir will kick us off again. Oh, that's a bit dodgy. That won't go 10, will it? Oh, it does, and Lamont's picked it up. DeLuca's got a ball. Big hit coming in from Sultauti. Puts him to ground now. Here we go for Brown to Weir. Weir doesn't have the pace to go through that little gap. He gets sacked pretty heavily. Here's Denton. Good pass for Laidlaw. Oh, big high tackle on Laidlaw. And that is a big way out too, but it is Sultauti who is penalised for the high tackle. Yes, Sultauti. And it's going to be a long kick here for Weir. Thumps it. Oh, it's an absolute shocker from Weir. The penalty for Sutia not going over for Scotland, and they've missed a chance as it looks like an injured player here. James Horwell is out with an injury, and he will be replaced by McMenamin. Looks like his shoulder. Hugh McMenamin will come on, and all action there.
Crouch.
The Sutia high tackle not being punished from Weir. And then the injury to Horwell, former captain of the Wallabies. As Scotland now have to go up against a set piece from the Australians. Here's Guinea. Left side he goes. Brilliantly, Lealiafano gets sacked.
Release.
Good tackle coming in from Laidlaw. They keep going the short side. Harris has knocked it on and Laidlaw picks it up. And it's a good chance here for Scotland. Here's Taylor to Weir. Oh, DeLuca's got a big chance. Intercepted ball from Kepu. He won't get all the way, but he's got it brilliantly. Good pass out wide for Tamani, who gets hammered in the tackle. Scotland want this ball to turn over. They can't let Australia retain possession here, and they don't. But they have no one back. And Laidlaw kicks it straight down Folau's throat. And now he attacks going to the left side through Harris, going to Moore. Good pass from Moore. Here is Lealiafano again. Back inside he goes for Hooper. This is all Australia here. Here's Tamani. Ankle tapped. Goes through a couple of players, but is just caught short. 5 metres away. Moen. Good pass. Advantage to Australia. Offside Scottish player there. So the defence really needs to set up here. Here's Kepu. Short ball to Hooper. Going out wide. There's a try for Guinea. And it's all the green and gold of Australia at the moment. 12-0 Guinea getting the second try. The defence of Scotland is just far too narrow. You see it straight away. Big pass here from Hooper. Saw the space. Floated a ripping pass over the top. And a try for Guinea. And the youngster, Sortea, will be wondering what he has to do to get an opportunity to score a try here. That was his wing. And Guinea has stolen it. And Lealiafano will have his second shot at goal. Right on the halftime buzzer. It waffles in the wind but goes between the sticks. And Australia lead at the halftime break 14 points to 0. Scotland haven't had the best of chances at all today. $14-0 Australia lead at the break, and they've had all the possession 60-40, but Scotland have had the territory but not the ball at the right times. They've led that 60-40 on territory. Handling errors 3 apiece, so that's not too bad for either team. But Australia, 1 high tackle, 1 penalty and 1 scrum from the injury to Horwell, which saw replacement McMenamin come on to take the role at number 5 for the lock. So Australia are well ahead here, 14-0, 2 tries. They've dominated the match. Scotland haven't had much to celebrate so far here on the 16th stop. And for young winger Fiawi Sortia, not the best match for him so far with the high tackle, and of course missing out on that try on the left-hand side that Guinea has scored. So players to watch. Here's the main one, the centre pairing of Harris and Lealiifano. What can you say? Lealiifano at outside centre has been just destructive and he's played very, very well there indeed. So 40 minutes to go. The Scots need to score next to get into this match and really keep alive their season in this end of year tour, because they've not played very well. So 40 minutes left. They see what they can do. Australia, well, they'll look to continue dominating. And look at this timing. The players are back out, ready to go. Lealiifano. He will kick us off. Second 40 minutes. Down the middle he goes for Grant. And Denton has the ball for Taylor. Oh, good pass, Taylor. Brown, De Luca. Just running out of room here, Scotland. And Weir knocks it on. And oh, this is trouble here from the knock on for Scotland. The tackle breaks down. It's still advantage to Australia, so no one could touch that. Guinea gets hammered from Denton. That is a big tackle from the number 8. But Scotland cannot capitalise. Hooper goes wide, very quick, back inside, ball to who else but Lealiifano, who has been outstanding. Maitland is in the line. Short ball going to Simmons. He goes to ground, it's back for Hooper. Pass out wide, Hooper. Big hole here for Quade Cooper. Stepping through one man, and it's a try for Quade Cooper. The defence of Seymour was rubbish, and Cooper's just stepped inside him like a schoolboy. And he's getting a good old grilling from Brown as well for his efforts. Look at this from Cooper. Just spots the gap in the middle. Seymour comes across. No, see you later. DeLuca and Maitland are left ball watching. And the Australians take another try. And again, you have to see, oh, Sortia was out there waiting for the pass. Give it to me, Quade. He says no. Cooper goes over now. And Sortia will have to wait just a little bit longer. And chance again for Lealiifano to make it 21-0. 3 conversions and the try. And a good points haul of 11 points for him so far in the match, Lealiifano, and that's exactly what Scotland didn't need. 48 minutes gone, and it's all really one-way traffic here. Scots have not had the ball. And they have not taken their chances. Weir kicks off to the left side again. Brown picks it up. Here's a good chance, and Ford goes rumbling through the middle. Needs support from his big man. Here they come. Hamilton plays halfback. Good pass to Taylor, who has been very good, well marked and very well played today. Seymour in for Beattie. Close to the line. Denton's there to try secure the ball. Australia, though, all over it. And they've turned it over. Back it goes for Lealiifano's knocked it on. Ford picks it up, and Ford will try for Scotland. Ford will score for Scotland. The try for the hooker. All the words coming out at once. Scotland finally capitalise on an Australian mistake to score their first try. It was a good turnover, but it was a poor pass from Simmons. Lealiifano got the ball punctured out of his mid-drift as he got tackled with the ball and all. And Ford on the mark. He was on the mark with the tackle, picking it up and just getting away from Simmons, the man who passed the ball. And rare try for the hookers today. And that puts Scotland back in the match, somewhat. They need plenty more of that. Weir's already had one miss today. He'll be not hoping for 2. Here's a shot at goal. Oh, it's very wide and it's very poor. And we're, well, not having the day of the boots for Scotland. That will be disappointing. 21-5. The situation no better now for Scotland. Still needing to score 3 times. BT claims a kickoff, gives it to Seymour. Seymour to Ford, the try scorer to Lowe. Over the top for Grant, the front row, all getting involved here. Scotland just need to retain possession. Laidlaw to Grant. Oh, Taylor involved. It's a bit slippery out there. Seymour. Oh, poor pass, and where's in a hole? Is he going to pull it back? He is. Oh, that was a massive opportunity. The pass was brilliant. The idea was sensational. The execution was horrible.
Crouch.
Duncan Weir thinking all his Christmases had come at once.
Sit.
The scrum will pack down for Australia, but Scotland have blown over it. What a response from the Scottish front row. Can they bring it all the way back for Denton? They can. Laidlaw has it. All the defence is coming to the left side. Taylor, good holding ball. Good pass for Lamont. He's got to beat Folau. He's grubbering ahead. Guinea is giving chase. It's chipped ahead again from the Scottish players. Are going to go dead. No, it's gone dead from Taylor. Oh, there was too much happening. Guinea was sliding down. Taylor couldn't control it. And it's gone dead in goal. And surely will be a 22 dropout. Just couldn't get it to sit up for him. And with 15 to go, Lealiifano will kick this one out of the 22. It sits up nicely for DeLuca, who changes direction well. Here's Taylor again. He's been very dynamic today. Ford to Lowe. Weir pops it wide quickly to Lamont. Oh, smashing tackle on Lamont from Tamani. Laidlaw again to Gilchrist. Doesn't take the gap. Opts to pass to Taylor. Taylor opts to go himself, but gets taken down by Folau. He's going to lose the ball here completely. Scotland losing possession, and Slipper flicks it out wide. Here is McMenamin. Good ball from him. Going to Harris. Maitland's got massive amount of work here to do to get hold of Quade Cooper and Mike Harris, but he's done a sensational job. And they go to ground, Australia, just outside the 22. Harris plays halfback. Goes to Hooper, who gets monstered over the touchline. Scotland, well, they'll be a bit aggrieved not to score in that last little play. Time ticking here for them. They have a line out through try scorer Ford. To the front they go. Laidlaw flies a big old pass out to Taylor. Even wider, DeLuca. And good ball. Seymour runs onto it nicely, but gets chased down from Cooper. Scotland keen to keep this ball. They need to keep this ball. They won't keep it. Australia turn it over once again. Big pass wide. Moore in midfield gets hit heavily. But still Australia, much better team in the rucks. They go to the left side for Lealiifano, who has been just spectacular today.
Release.
But they still can't get hold of the ball. Here's Slipper going to Kipu. This time maybe for Scotland. They're fancying this one and they get it back. This is good play here from Scotland. Low, Weir, catching and passing. Ford, DeLuca. This time he frees it without taking the tackle. Lamont bundled into touch. Just running out of room. Very lateral play from Scotland. It's almost predictable. The full-time buzzer goes. Australia have the match wrapped up. Moore's throw goes nicely, but it's poorly thrown out. Cooper's picked it up. Australia want to play on no. Lealiifano will kick it all the way out over the head of Maitland. And we are all over. Australia, not their best display of 80 minutes, but they were very good in patches, and that is all they needed to beat Scotland, who were their own worst enemy today. It was almost one-sided on the scorecard, but Scotland had their fair share of ball. They had their fair share of chances, but unable to finish. The one try coming from Hooker Ford, who picked up a dropped Lealiifano pass going for the kick and just lumbered over the line. 5 points for Scotland. Disappointing. Australia, on the other hand, 21 tries for Guinea. Cooper and that man Lealiifano, who was sublime. You cannot fault just about anything he did. Just that one mistake where Ford scored. That was probably his undoing, but it was a horrid pass from Simmons. As for the conversions, Aliliafano, 3 from 3. And the man we wanted to watch, Fiawi Sortia. Well, not the best day for him today. Not many chances. And he was, well, unseen really on the whole game. The full-time stats, well, we see Scotland really climbed into that second half of possession. Their finishing was just woeful. 3 handling errors at half-time turned into 10 at full-time. So they added 7. Australia added just 2. So that was a difference, really. That is a big difference. Australia made more tackles, mainly because the second half, Scotland decided they actually wanted to play, but they just couldn't get into the match, and Australia proved that maybe their India tour is not so bad, but they still have a couple of matches to go. Don't forget about that, of course, the big one against Wales. That's one we will be checking out with much interest. So that is the, what are we up to, 16th stop of the tour now. Scotland going down to Australia. Next up, France and South Africa. Stick around for that one. That will be an absolute barnstorming match. But for today, that is all we have. Australia beating Scotland 21 points to 5. Hope you've enjoyed the match. And thank you all for watching. I will see you all next time. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that thumbs up button, and I will catch you for France and South Africa. And much, much more coming your way. Stick around. And until then, take care.